Okay, Shalom. Shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakahakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akhwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Awach. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And just an article I seen here in Law and Crime. 3-year-old eating at restaurant with family mowed down by unlicensed teen driver who reversed car into patio. So here she is right here to the left. This is the father. It says an unlicensed 18-year-old driver in Ohio reversed into a patio at a restaurant, killing a 3-year-old girl who was eating with her family on Father's Day. That's the point that I wanted to kind of jump on right there. So on Father's Day becomes the worst Father's Day for both families, you know. And let me get a quick scripture, because we're not supposed to be celebrating these damn holidays, these American holidays, them Edomite holidays, man. Let these so-called white people celebrate their made-up Hallmark holidays, man. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. This is not for us, man. We're in captivity. We're just to get up. And actually, you know, these people, they talk about Father's Day. But you, Jake, you don't even praise the real true Father, man. The Father of spirits. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. You don't even get up and thank the Lord. And if you do, you're thinking of the so-called white man's idol, white Jesus, or his butt-naked God, you know what I'm saying? Touching fingers with Adam, you know, with no clothes on, you know? Proverbs 3 and 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. You're not to envy this man. You're not to choose to celebrate his Mother's Day, his Father's Day, his 4th of July. And Jake you watch how many Jake get put down on 4th of July. Watch how many niggas Jake, the Lord, kill. Watch how many Israelites get caught up on 4th of July, man. They're going to either go to jail for a very long time, or the Lord going to put their asses 6 feet under and call that spirit back to the spirit world. Why? Because you are constantly making the wrath of the Lord hot by doing bullshit, heathenish shit, man. You following it behind these other nations, man. Had he not been there for Father's Day, that wouldn't have happened. Had the other family not had been there for the bullshit Father's Day, their child wouldn't have been killed. So think about that real quick. You know what I'm saying? That's how far the simple, what they would say it's the simplest sin. But see, the sins are not simple to the Lord, man. You know, you can be judged for what you may think is the simplest thing. But to the Lord, man, you never know. You know? The Lord can hit you, he can give you mercy, or he can straight hit you with his hot displeasure. So now going into the article, that's really the point that I wanted to make out of it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, this guy was like a basketball star back in the days. He's 61 years old, but he played. They retired his jersey at some college back in the 1980s, right? So it says Jasmine McFadden stands accused of aggravated vehicle homicide in the death of young Margaret Miller Wilkins, which is she probably killed a damn Edomite. McFadden's father, 61-year-old Kenneth McFadden. Okay, it says he was well-known basketball player during his time at Cleveland State University. Was also arrested after he allegedly claimed he was the driver of the car. He's facing an obstruction charge. So he tried to lie and make it seem as if he was in the car, you know. And you know she ain't got no damn license. But hey, but that's my baby. That's my little girl. You know, you see, you Jake. You know, that's how Jake is for the woman, man. That's pretty much you know, how pretty much, you know, Adam fell for Eve and her bullshit after the serpent, you know, spewed that bullshit to him. And then all of us are in trouble because of it. You know what I'm saying? She probably begged, Dad, can I drive? Let me drive. Let me drive. He should have said no. Sit your ass over here on the passenger seat. You know, I'm going to drive. You don't have a license. But letting his sweet little baby have her way. See? That's what happens too, man, when you don't put your foot down, man. Let that be an example. And yeah, man, you know, and I'm speaking to myself, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we're living in this kingdom where, you know, us as men, we have totally been stripped of any type of authority, so to speak. We just going with the flow. That's why a nigga have a man cave. You know, he'll have that one little corner of the house to himself, and everybody, all the rest of the house is to the rest of the niggas. Running shit, fussing, cussing. The woman cussing and fussing all goddamn day long. She running the house. The kids running the house. He got a little spot in the basement. Anyway. Okay, it says she stands accused of aggravated vehicular homicide and the death of young. Oh yeah, we got all that. The accident occurred around 1:30 p.m. Sunday at City Barbecue in Beechwood, just outside Cleveland. A probable cause arrest affidavit said Jasmine McFadden was behind the wheel of a 2015 Nissan Rogue in the parking lot of the shopping center where the restaurant is located. While backing up the car, she drove over a curb, struck a fence, and then hit several people seated at the table in the outside dining area, including Margaret. People who witnessed the incident immediately called 911. A car just reversed into us at a restaurant, and my daughter has been hit by the car. Imagine that. You just out, you know, you just out doing your thing. And the Lord, let's get this too. The Lord kills and makes alive, man. To you people that think that the Lord is just, you know, yeah, the Lord kills babies too. Not my God. Not my Jesus. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So it wouldn't have been nothing they could have done anyway, because man's goings of the Lord. You know, the Lord had that set up long ago, you know, for all that to happen. You have to think about the power of someone that has that kind of, man, boy. The Lord is dealing with billions and billions of people, man, daily, moving them all about like how he wants them to move. No one is out of order. Nobody is out of his range, so to speak. He's just out here just running. Like, bro, you have to have some fear or some reverence for that kind of power, man. But you got people that's, oh, there is no God. I have free will. I bet you if these motherfuckers had free will, they wouldn't have been there that day. They like to take that back. I bet you. Now, I wish we had just stayed at home and barbecued at home. Here you go. You out getting pork ribs at a restaurant. You could have done the pork ribs at your house. Who know? Hey, you know, he could have been judged. She could have been judged just strictly on the strength of ordering some pork ribs, because they was at a barbecue place. They probably have some pork sausages. Oh yeah, let me get a pork sausage. Dad, that's my favorite. Let's go to our favorite spot. Because you know, Jake, they generally don't eat beef ribs. You know, they're not about no, they even have lamb. You know, but Jake is not. Jake is about them pork ribs, man. I'm not saying that's what happened. That's just me speaking as a man. Let's get another one. Jake on that loud ass mini bike. 1 Samuel 2 and 6. Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. So the Lord is the one that kills and makes alive, man. Let's get two more to prove. Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. See? The Lord done that. He's the one that's in control. But again, I never used to know that before I came into this truth. I was always taught or thought, you know, the Christian church that I went to, they was always like Satan just out here doing what he wants to do. And he's not, you know, because the Lord created spirits of vengeance. Matter of fact, let me just grab that real quick. The Lord created these spirits on the left-hand side to do what he wants them to do. Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. See? That nigga could have just had, you know, he's probably still had pork juice under his fingernails. You just never know, man. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Now that's a scary verse right there. That's a scary verse right there. Because it says that these spirits, they rejoice in getting a commandment. Imagine these spirits like up, the Lord like up, go get her. You know what I'm saying? I want that 3-year-old to succumb to some injuries today. I want it to happen like this, and this, and I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm gonna kill 3 birds with 1 stone. I'm gonna get his ass. I'm gonna get her. Matter of fact, I'm gonna kill 6, 7 birds with 1 stone because I'm gonna do the family dirty with the daughter dying. I'm gonna have them go to the funeral and I'm gonna break their family up through grief. You just never know, man. You don't know. You know, the father or mother might put a damn gun in their mind. You just don't know. The Lord is a powerful man. It's really, I mean, it's no words for it, you know. Anyway, but he created spirits for vengeance. So don't let these people fool you into thinking that Satan is just out here just running rampant. He's doing what he wants to do. Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? See? The Lord done that. And they got all up, you know what I'm saying? Here you go, you know, you was all dressed for the day. Now your ass is in a goddamn orange jumpsuit. Look at the picture. Let's get the picture again. Look at the picture, man. That's why we pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh for mercy. Look at the picture. Here you go. Look at her. She's in an orange jumpsuit now. Them braids with them blonde twists in. She could, hey, the Lord can get at you about even something that simple. My man's out here looking like Tiger Woods. You know? So it's all judgment, man. Okay, it says the dispatcher asked if the girl was bleeding. The father answered in an affirmative and said she was bleeding on her back. We've just rushed her inside. Kenneth McFadden, the father, he also called 911. So we hit the rail for city barbecue. He trying to act like he was driving the car. You know, yeah, he trying to protect his daughter. But nigga, stop lying, man. Stop with the bullshit. You acting like these fucking crackers don't have no goddamn cameras all over the place. And it could have been, who knows? It could have been a Jake. This could have been a little Jake baby that got killed. Who knows? Ain't seen no, you know, we don't know. Anyway, the dispatcher asked, you struck the rail and it hit a person. Yes, he responded. Another 911 caller said the victim looked like a baby. Paramedics rushed the girl to the hospital where the doctors pronounced her dead. Cops say Jasmine McFadden did not have a driver's license. After the accident, which there's no such thing as an accident because we just proved that the Lord kills and makes alive. Her father allegedly told cops he was behind the wheel, but investigators were able to determine that was a lie. That was not the case. Both were arrested. She has a $100,000 bond, while her father has since posted a $10,000 bond. So her ass still in jail. You know, he had enough to get out. You know, I think $10,000 bond. That's what's that? 1,000, 10% on that. So her bond would have been 10,000. We ain't got it. We ain't gonna put up the house. We ain't got the, you know, probably renting somewhere. The Beechwood Police Department extends its deepest condolences, all that good stuff. We also recognize the impact of this incident on family members, witnesses, first responders, restaurant employees, and others affected. The elder McFadden played college basketball at Cleveland State in the 1980s. Motherfuckers in a comment boards, they like, man, fuck what he done in the past. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear about his old ass basketball career. A baby has died. It says he led the team to the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament in 1986. He's in the School Hall of Fame and had his jersey retired. Well, right now, brother, you in that orange jumpsuit, which he, you know, his little obstruction, he's gonna, he go through a little something with that. That's nothing major like that. It's her. And probably the reason why he was probably trying to scramble to get out of jail was to try and figure out how am I gonna get my daughter out of jail. you know. And there, anyway, it's a serious situation, but not looking good for Eve in this particular situation, man. And I'm telling you, I'm pretty certain. That's just me speaking as a man again. You know how, men are about their daughters and their women. You know what I'm saying? They have that soft spot, especially here in the Americas right now. Jay got that real soft spot, and listen to a bunch of bullshit. That's why a lot of Jake is in fucking graves or in jail, listening to their doofy ass woman. But anyway, that's something that I seen in here. I was just more focused on the Father Day part, like these holidays that you niggas keep on celebrating. That the Lord, He told you, don't do what these other nations are doing, man. Had they all stayed at home, if He had not celebrated Father's Day, He would have been at home, and that would not have happened. Anyway, with that, pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashal on the Bubble Ball.